Get ready to blow the dust off. This is History Hunter. History Hunter. We take history seriously fun, making history 3D, in color, connected. And now, here's your host, Craig Gottlieb.
So I had a chance to sit down with Tom Wittmann at the Mac Show. We sat at his booth and we talked about the state of collecting. We talked about some of our most recent finds, and we just shared some memories about some old times. Let's take a look. How many zeros are in your social security number?
I have no clue.
0000002.
Yeah, right.
You're like,
right.
damn that Calvin Coolidge.
Yeah. I don't even know my social security number.
Well, taxes. How do you pay taxes?
Well, I look it up.
There you go.
I don't even have a cell phone, Craig. I should know more about all these computer things because I remember years and years ago when the internet first came out, and at the Mac Show we had a seminar run by one Craig Gottlieb on how to use the internet. You remember that? None of us knew anything about it, and the room was packed.
He goes, the waternet? I'm like, no, the internet.
Yeah, the waternet. But that was a fact. Craig was one of the first people that became truly an expert on the internet and computers, and you were very savvy with that, and I assume you still are.
Well, I am, but back at you. I don't know a lot about YouTube. You're like the YouTube king now. I don't even know how to do business on YouTube, and you're doing it really well.
My son-in-law is a computer genius.
Right.
And he fixes all our computers, does the whole YouTube, stays up all night after we do a YouTube video, and then gets it through.
Cuts it, edits
it. Sometimes YouTube won't accept some of the things that are on there.
Well, you got to wear clothes.
You have to wear clothes.
You got to wear clothes. About 25 years ago, one of my first Mac shows, and how I got started, my dad gave me a bayonet, but then my neighbor gave me a dagger. It turns out, I had no idea at the time, it was a full inscription Rome SA, which I still have. So I brought it to the first Mac show. And I said, who do I show this to? And someone said, go talk to Tom Wittmann. And I had no idea who you were, so I walked up to you and I showed it to you. You said, young man, you said, this is a Rome dagger. And I said, I thought it said Rommel. Maybe I was probably 18, 19 years old. Yeah. And he goes, and at the time I was like, is it valuable? He goes, yes, it is. You should accept no less than $1,200 for this piece. Back in the day, and that was like full retail.
Well, you're right. I mean, I bought my Himmler dagger there. I think it was in 1985, the first show, and I paid a big $1,800 for it.
Wow!
So it, for you collectors that think things are expensive today, and I guess they are, but when you look at what we paid for things years ago, it's not just inflation.
That's true.
It has definitely been a buildup of the value, and plus your money's protected. It's better than a savings account.
It's more fun than a savings account.
Much more fun.
Yeah, so here we're going to play a game. We're going to play I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
No, don't go that far.
I'm not doing that.
This is for like public consumption. We're going to dinner later, by the way.
Not with you.
Oh, yeah, I paid you well. You got to go to dinner with me. But, okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play show and tell. You're going to show me stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to show you a few things. Who goes first?
It doesn't matter to me.
Rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins goes first. Ready?
I don't know how to do that either.
It's 1, 2, 3, and you either do a scissor with your hand, a rock, or a paper, and I'll show you. So when I go 1, 2, 3, hit it, okay? At the same time, and you either do paper, rock, or scissor. Got it? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That's easy. Okay, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Paper covers rock. You go first.
Do you think that by winning I get to go first? I thought you get to go first if I won.
It's no problem. Okay, so chained SS.
You're right. That is a chained SS.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, it's a Type 1, as we call them. It's got an anodized scabbard. Putting a surprise on me. You're not going to show me something good?
It's not real. It's fake. A friend of mine paid $5,000 for this piece, thinking it was a good deal. If it doesn't have the DRGM, it's...
That doesn't matter. The DRGM, it does not always show through.
Someone we both know and really, really respect had it in hand and said, "It isn't real. It's not real. It's fake."
Yeah, I'd like to see the tang
Okay.
and so forth, but I don't see a problem with it. But
That's the best thing I've heard for him all day, because he paid $5,000 for
I
it.
can be mistaken too.
And for $5,000, that'd be a great piece. I didn't want to show you a dagger and it was like really fake, and you're like, "Oh, this looks really nice."
Well,
that's why you didn't immediately call it fake. There's a reason you wrote the book on SS daggers.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, maybe that'll turn out to be fake, and I'm getting old.
You are getting old,
I know that.
but it could still be real. Okay, next. What do you got?
I was out smoking a cigar out front of the place, and somebody grabbed me and said, "Oh, I got something in my trunk. Maybe you'd like to see." So I said, "Okay," and it wasn't a long walk, so I went out. He opened his trunk. This is one of the most beautiful cutlasses I've ever seen.
Oh my God. Can I pick it up?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is super.
Isn't that fantastic?
Oh wow, look at this.
All silver, all hand done,
Gorgeous piece.
made by Henkel's,
Gorgeous piece.
pigskin
Look at that.
scabbard,
Wow.
and
Okay, what's the blade?
it's a beautiful etched
Let's see.
blade.
Oh, that's just gorgeous. That
But
is
the
just-
work in the
it's
fittings,
just
look
the
at that
fittings are
pommel, and
gorgeous.
it's just it's really
That
really
is
beautiful.
just beautiful. Look at the sharpness of the.
Oh,
what do they
it's
call that?
incredible.
The quillion
It's
block? Is that
center-
what
center plate,
piece?
center
Well, didn't you
plate.
make up the word quillion block, or was that
I
Johnson?
did. No,
Okay.
I made that up. A lot of words I made up in this.
Well, quillion block wasn't one of them. That is beautiful.
I think it's beautiful, and even the Skinner, which you see a lot of Skinners, but rarely do you see one with that kind of.
Wait, does it match?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's
yeah.
matching. Yeah, that's
Oh,
beautiful.
absolutely. Yeah.
Who made up the word cross greening? I mean, you and Tom
No.
were really greats, but a cross greening. I mean, who made up the word?
I don't think
cross
that's a made-up word. I think that's a legitimate
Okay.
cross grain.
Well, there's a lot of like collector parlance. People use stuff
Yeah.
like straps or hangers. You know, it's like I
Yeah.
wonder what that was in German in the catalog. What they actually said. Were they called hangers in German? I don't know.
Gehanga.
Oh, so hangers. There you go.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I was a collector of hunting and
yeah.
forestry, that would be me. Like Kashai, is he still around?
Kashai,
Yeah.
no, he's dead.
Oh,
Been
tough.
dead for
Okay.
about 10, 12 years, Craig. You better get caught up.
Well, you know, you keep up to date on everything.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one for you. You know I like tags and bags, right?
I know that.
Okay,
yeah.
well, here is a box of acorn tags. That's the untouched original. This is an original with a fake tag in it. It's thinner.
Paper-
It's
paper was
someone
redone.
just stuck the paper in, and I bought it
Yeah.
like that.
Well, who wouldn't?
Yeah,
Who
but
would
how
know
about
that?
this one? Last year at the Mac show or the show of shows.
I don't like that. I
bought
don't
that-
like the. I
somebody-
don't like the string. I don't really.
Yeah, but somebody's
the top
making-
part doesn't look right.
Well, when these first came out, everybody bought
Yeah,
them.
who
I
would
paid
know?
I paid $800 for this.
Yeah,
And a
yeah.
couple things. First, the string is a different color. Someone did a lot of work to get this really right. But look, if you hold that up here, there's a period missing right
Oh,
after
there's
guess
a-
that's
yeah.
not there. But yeah, the
Yeah.
paint is wrong. No one ever made a fake acorn tag, and you saw one, you just
Yeah.
literally buy it, right?
The overall, the piece is too thick.
If you had just seen that hanging on a dagger, would you have even paid attention?
Probably
I
not.
didn't.
Probably
I
not.
bought the damn thing.
This is how we learn. No one is too old to learn in this hobby, and,
No, and I-
it's easy to get stuck when you're buying something in a rush or whatever. You
Yeah.
don't really look as
This is
closely as
true.
you should. And
I bought it from a friend. I could have returned it, but I didn't.
you mean you didn't want him to know that you didn't know?
No, I told him. I
Okay,
told him. I said,
all right,
"They're
all
fa-
right.
no, I said, but I'm not going to give it back to you. I want to keep it as an example."
Yeah.
And now I know they're doing fake paper. They're doing fake tags.
Yeah.
You got to watch out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you another piece that that I kind of like a lot. As everyone knows, Hermann Goering, of course, was the Jägermeister,
Yes.
and hunting was indeed his thing.
Wasn't he like the everything meister? He had the top of everything.
Well, with all the titles he had, with those Goering works, every country they
Yeah.
occupied, he set up factories.
He suddenly
there
had factories there.
Yeah, yeah.
Smart guy.
Yep. But this is kind of an interesting piece in that it's not real fancy or anything, but I believe what it was a kind of a token gift to a friend that was on a hunt with him. The top of it has the Goering
crest.
coat of arms.
That's amazing.
And it's interesting here on the crossguard, there's a date of when the event happened.
12 November 1934.
1934. Most people know Goering used Zeitner
Yes.
of Berlin as his jeweler. And this is a typical Zeitler style with these boxy like mounts and all. But what's interesting too, it has the Zeitler
hallmark right there. You know, they made Oak-leaf swords and diamonds. Zeitner made
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they made the Oak-leaf swords and diamonds. If you look on the back of an Oak-leaf swords and diamonds, you'll see that mark.
The grip, I think, is some kind of an antler
Yeah.
or something that's really quite interesting. And then it just has a standard hunting blade.
Yeah.
So it was the kind of thing that Herman would say, geez, thanks a lot for coming to the hunt. And we really enjoyed it. And oh, I got you a little gift.
Roughly idea, how much is that worth? I mean, you selling
Well, because it's Zeitner, because it's Goering, you know, blah, blah, blah. I want 10 grand for it, but maybe
sorry,
it's too much,
I gave my last 10 grand a helmet. Hi, Helmet.
Yeah, well. Hello, Helmet.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
I just wanted to say for people that may not know Helmut Weitze, he's a wonderful man, very, very successful, very honest. 34 employees. Now that's one Militaria business. Can you imagine that, collectors?
Yeah, he's the king.
He's the king in Europe.
Okay, so next I have this. This came in pretty much a box of nothing.
Yeah. It looks like it was treated as nothing,
It
too.
was a box of nothing.
Yeah. Typical kind of thing that maybe a vet brought home and it got thrown down a cellar someplace, and they probably thought, oh, it has AH on here. Oh, that must be the Adolfo Hotel.
Well, AH stands for something, right?
Yeah. What's neat about it, of course, the piece is silvered over nickel or something.
Yeah.
So what you see here is just grime that if somebody wanted to clean it, you could. But it's kind of rare these days to find one with the original felt insert. You know, it's usually been replaced over the years. And usually these will be Wellner marks somewhere on the back. There we go.
Yeah, all the non-silver silver was made by Wellner. I mean, some of the silver was made by Wellner too.
They must have had a contract with the Reich government.
People think all this came from one of the Hitler residences. Pretty much any hotel, right, that had Hitler as a state visitor would probably have a set of Adolf Hitler stuff that they'd have to put out.
I've even heard stories that even into the 50s, the Berchtesgadener Hotel still used the AH silver that they had.
It's just like the Germans went into Paris and like, hello, reservation for 76,000, please. You know, it's like,
This is a nice item. I sell them generally for about $1,200.
how would you like to own that?
Yeah, I'll give you $100 for it.
Okay, you started at 100. How about 15?
That's a little steep, Greg.
You will own this after this video, and I promise you'll make money.
Everyone knows that Wittmann has to make a living.
He does, yeah. I mean, you can't just like find this stuff from cigars. Okay, you keep that. I got a joke for you. What are 3 things you never ask? You never ask a woman her age, a man how much he makes, or a German why his grandfather was born in Argentina.
Unfortunately, that might be true.
You said something to me once. You said, Gottlieb, talking to me, Gottlieb is the man I love to hate and hate to love.
Yeah, that is true.
And I've loved it. I mean, really, I love you, Tom.
I'm sure that many collectors feel the same about you, Craig.
Of course they do. Of course they do. You are one of the foundations of this hobby. How long have you been collecting? Since like 1960?
65.
65. I mean, that's incredible.
Started when the Jim Atwood book came out.
Wow. And
That's
fast
what got
forward
me.
to someone stealing your whole collection out of the trunk of your car one day.
1985, I
Yeah.
lost everything that I had worked for years to build
Unbelievable.
up and had no insurance.
Wow. And now you've got one of the best collections in the world, in my opinion.
I love my collection.
I know you do,
And
yeah.
I like to every morning go through my collecting room just for a minute, just walk through and,
Awesome.
And then go down to my cellar.
Okay, well, this was awesome. Thanks. This is a great time. We'll do it again.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, cool.
I enjoyed it.
Oh,
Thank
sweet.
you very much.
Bye,
and,
thank you.
Yep.
Yep.
Have fun. I hope you do well at the show.
Likewise. It is
Yep.
Saturday. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one.
Really nice.
Okay,
You can. There we go. Epic artifacts, ladies and gentlemen. Epic artifacts. Thank you.
Little was better than that.
Yeah, we like it.
Robbie thought it was better than that. Uh-oh. You better
Unbelievable.
give him one.
Anything. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.